Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Sleepy Hollow once more. Now, even after all this time, I'm learning things about the game, as you probably told me quite a lot of times now in the comments as well. And one of them is, yes, right, there is this little symbol here at the labor section. At least 64 laborers is recommended for the town to function efficiently. So we actually do need more of them. It's the first time that I'm actually noticing this, to be honest, and I've spent a lot of time in this menu here, but I thought this is just a number showing that the labors are going down or something, but actually if you hover over it, there is this information here that, yeah, I do need more laborers, right? It's not that many more though, so we have 50, and I'm probably going to keep it that way, so we're not building that much more industry for the time being. Now, my resources are going up a bit. After the harvest season, we're also stocking up on food. This is the last year where the barns are not fully working yet, right? So next year, we're going to have some full barns again, and then the slaughtering begins, which I'm looking forward to especially because that will be a lot of meat, right? So really a lot of meat coming in again that we can use. I probably will need a smokehouse for this. The cheese is going up thanks to having more milk production outputting at the moment. The grain is looking perfect. So these things are rather good, even though my month supply is still a bit low. Of course, more preserved vegetables might be a solution to that. However, I would need more glass and ultimately more sand. And with that, more laborers again that I need to use. So there is a few problems still at hand. Especially with the sand, I'm not entirely sure how to counter that. We already have a full deep sand mine here working. And as I can see, it is not producing that much, right? The problem is I cannot see the lower section of the window here. There's probably something like transferring goods. Yeah, excessive time spent transferring goods could indicate that your storage buildings are set too far from the manufacturing source. Now, in my opinion, that's not the case because we got the storage down there and the mine here. So it's really close actually. The wagon driver we might actually want to check out. Yep, let's assign a second one to this wagon shop. So this might be an indication, and there's already 2 working, but they're waiting for tasks, so they're actually not really fully working at the moment. So in this case, upgrading the road might work. Building another shelter might work. I'm also not entirely sure. We'll just see. I definitely need another sand mine though. And lo and behold, there is actually a sand pit over there with 5,000 yields available. It's not that far, right? So there we have the barns. It is far, of course, but it's not that far. So I could have my road going all the way over to this area. And then we're going to build us another sand pit here. Like that. Perfect. And we definitely will also need a shelter because it's, yeah, let's face it, it's far away. So shelter for the workforce to live here as well. At the foot of the mountain here right away, which also seems to be a huge mountain that's coming up there. With that sand, we should be able to produce a bit more glass, so I'm eager to build me a second glass maker. This will probably be expensive once more, like everything is expensive now, and it will consume another heavy tool. We have 2 of them in stock right now, and a lot of bricks. We are also running out of bricks there a bit, so that's that. Let's just see. There you go. So we have them looking away from each other. And about the bricks, we have the brick maker that is still fully working. We have a lot of clay though, so I probably will just need another brick maker on top of that. Let's go ahead and have this one also right here in this area to complement the industry zone. A few more people have grown up, right? So we should be looking better on the laborers, and this whole construction is going to take some time now. Meanwhile, yeah, more manor houses are coming up in the town center. These guys still waiting for enough food variety. So this is where the market is the important factor. Food though, at the moment, not ideal. Preserves with the fruits, that is also something I would like to tackle. We have gatherers. I also have the arborist building, and I think one is not enough anymore. It probably wasn't enough anymore like 20 years ago. So in that case, let's assign another one to that. Another arborist. They're not that expensive, right? We have the materials for this. And I'm probably going to have it. Yeah, there is a high fertility in this area. We also got some good fertility in that area. And I think grazing-wise... No, grazing-wise, we don't have that many. I could have... Let's have 2 of them, really. I do need more fruits, right? So we have one already working on that side. So let's have another one then out here. And then I would like to have also one out here. so that we can use some fruit stuff in that area too. Grazing wise, they're both grazing down here, so this area is available for fruit trees. With 2 of them coming up, more fruits, more variety, and also more preserves then as well, hopefully. Now, where is my preserves building? It was a bit closer to the village as far as I remember. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's the candle shop. Where's my preserves? Yeah, there it is. It is consuming the glass, of course, the firewood, and then whatever we have here, right? I think I actually made it 2 that we preserve more vegetables. I think we don't need to do this really. The work rate is at 91%, so this looks fine to me. They're idling though right now, so they're not able to work. Yeah, it's all about the glass too, so I will definitely need to ramp it up. Goods are coming over, that's great. Hopefully there's also a trader coming in so we can get more sand in. In theory, I'm just going to import sand as well. Sand is really cheap, and getting 1,000 out of that is just easily done, and this should supply us a bit longer. But it's getting hard there right now, supplying my town, honestly. Building more industry, of course, is one thing. Reducing the workforce, though, is another. Alright, I'm also going to stop the upgrading process again, because I want to save some of those resources. Alright, it's the new year. We have 2 more months of payment. Of course, we're not going to pay this. The fields are ready for the current season, right? So there's not that much to do at the moment. So I think it's a good time to let them come. And of course, let's deny them. They will now arrive once more. Taking the same route every time. There is 1 battering ram only, so they don't even bother with a second one. I don't know why. Might have come in handy at some point. Alright. Going for the gate, I think. Let's actually get my soldiers out there a bit. So they can help fire it out with the... I don't know, do they help in the barracks if they are situated there? Let's just have them working out there too. Working their magic. And the cool thing is really all the time they're splitting up, right? So the main force continues onwards to the town hall where the real defense lies, and the barracks are just kind of like a distraction in between, where we killed now most of them. 1 has died, but I think it was not a soldier, right? Nope, we're still full on the soldiers. Let's move them also down here. Probably over there, right? So there my soldiers are moving, helping out as well. And these are heavily armed soldiers, right? With the heavy weapons too. That's going to be fun. The battering ramp at this point has been destroyed, I wager. Looking good. No problem here. Soldiers are also coming in now. It's a lot of raiders though. Let's actually get them from this side there. They're still working on the first tier. Unfortunately there I can see that we actually missed a construction. Okay. It's a lot this time though, and they're not taking that much damage. Let's get in and try to rack them up from behind. There's the flank. Flank movement. And let's destroy them. That's going to be fun. Now they're trapped on both sides. Right in there. Getting into the slaughtering. And yeah, my soldiers are doing a good job there. And there they're fleeing. That was to be expected. Soldiers, you did an amazing job there too. I don't think I've lost a single soldier. Nope, some injured of course. That's it. Return to the barracks for you guys. And yeah, we definitely need to make sure that we finish that inner construction here that I missed last time. I cannot unfortunately even click on it, right? There it was. For a second, there it is. Construction prioritized, and then we work on the outer stuff. This firewood splitter I will probably have to... Nah, I'm not going to move this one bit. We're still under attack? No, we're not. They're fleeing. "44 graduated, 40 laborers, 16 builders. How's it looking, by the way, with my sand pit out there? Yeah, it's still taking some time. The shelter has been finished, at least that's something. Yeah, and there we have it. 140 attacked, 111 were killed. That's really a lot. And 3 villagers were killed. This is also probably why there's no loot to the raiders, because holy cow, you would get a lot of stuff out of that. Really? There's a second raiding though coming in this year with 150 raiders this time. And that is more massive than the other one. Oh, alright. They want payment again. So once again, we have to wait a year. I'm glad for this. That's a bit strange though, right? So we just had one. The same type. Very good. This wall has been finished, so we can now rebuild the destroyed one. And then I can also work on my firewood splitter here just fine. Yeah, and we're really out on a lot of stuff right now. The next brickyard has been finished though. We have 2 of them now working, producing us the bricks. Stone is always low, even though we're focusing on that right now. And wood planks are also down. That's, of course, we had lots of upgrades now. And they're just being wrapped up, hopefully, soon. We have a lot of surplus gold. So out of the 5,000 almost that I had, we can use 1,500 to purchase some stone, even though the price is not ideal. Let's go ahead and purchase some 150 stone. Transfer that right away. There's also a bit of iron that I would like to use. Speed things up, and 1 heavy tool at least. Very good. And you can actually go offline now. Idle. 46 laborers, 12 builders. Yep. Also, both of my arborist buildings are coming along. Really, that's important. And there all the materials are. We just need a builder now finishing the job. And that will be more sand then. Unfortunately, none of the traders actually delivered me sand. It's a bit disappointing. These 2 here still need now bricks. We have 2 brick wakers. We have 800 clay. So there is enough of that. And I'm not going to sell any clay because this one runs out soon. And then we're just going to live off the surplus clay a bit, right? And there it is. A new sand pit. And let's just assign some 6 people to that. Yeah, it's going to drag my laborers down to 40. But it's how it is. And then it's just the arborist buildings now. Any plank that comes out of my 2 sawmills there is being used right away. Food-wise, we had 4 months. Yeah. Got lots of veggies there at the moment. A bit of glass is still there. Lots of people grew up. 55 we have now. Also the builders are going down, of course. That is adding to the fact. And then we have another arborist. Very good. Let's just once again plant some trees in it. And of course we want to keep this one mixed a bit. Oh, wait a second. Where's my... We want to get a big placement size out of this one here, please. To make sense of it. Go ahead with the apples. Oh, wait a second. A bit further we need to move it over. I don't want to use the rocks. Right, so like this. That one here we need to get rid of again. And a second time apples, I think. Then we're going ahead with peaches up here. And also these pears, sorry. Like this. And then a smaller size, of course, for these. Because you cannot always have the biggest one. I love this new feature. In the beginning you had to manually plant everything. And then we should be able to squeeze some pears over here. And also the peaches over here. To get the full effect off, right? And might need to move it a bit, but that should be fine. They work a bit beyond their work radius, so that's going to be okay. And of course we want to have 2 people working on that. And then we have the same thing for this guy here. There's also a second person we can work. And then I'm just going to assign it over to this region. And then once again, unfortunately that radar message is a bit annoying there. It'll be better now. And then we're going ahead with the apples once more. So just by the fields really. Right. Peaches. And the pears. The advantage with that is, of course, we can harvest fruits all year long. And here we're going with another apple. And then also with one-to-one placement to further optimize that. Some more peaches here. And then also some pears that we can have here still. And up there we have still lots of space. Unfortunately, some rocks in between, so we need to get rid of them first. There you go. 2 more of them coming along. This will be great for food variety too. We had 8 months of food. That is going up, definitely. So we have more food again in stock than ever. Of course, it's the end of harvest season, but it usually was around 4 to 6 months. And that's that. And the barns are not even fully working yet, right? I don't see that much meat coming in. Also, tallow is still low. A bit of time needs to pass there still. I think we haven't had a single new livestock this year. There was the raids, so I kind of like lost track there, but we're still at 9 out of 10, even though we should have a birth rate of 1. I was expecting this to actually reach the max now. That's not the case, so it will happen next year, hopefully. They have enough food in though, right? So fodder is in, fodder quality is great, and workforces are also there, so there should be nothing really hindering it. Alright, how's it looking there? I'm also planning a statue somewhere over here. It's finished! Great. A new statue here as well, in this district. Increasing desirability for the whole area further. Right, so we are also pushing here towards the 80% mark right now, behind the theater. And some of them like to upgrade now in the process. But I'm not going to allow upgrades for the time being. A new year, and yep, all the fruit trees are now starting to grow. They look pitiful right now. But of course, there's going to be great harvest out of them. The sand mine, I'm expecting some serious output this year. Sand is already going up. And hopefully also, yeah, 2 more bricks. I mean, come on, you can do this. 2 more bricks, and then we have a second glass maker. And yeah, we still have 2 heavy tools, so they're still coming in there. And mine is out of ore. That is probably my clay pit. Hooray! Finally, let's get rid of it. And also save some whopping 8 people there with that again. And of course, this gets rid of this ugly mine that we had just here in the city center. It was really not fitting in well. Hopefully the clay deposit also vanishes with that, right? It should, yes. And with that, we have a beautiful, green, lush new area available for whatever, like a smaller park, an ornamental tree. I think this is actually something I would like to have here. And then we just have a bit of space here around for the lake entrance then. A beach. Items, unfortunately, are not available. A trader, once more. We have lots of coin. By the way, I still have 200 clay here in my trading stock. Let's get rid of that. Bricks, no, there's nothing really that this one would offer. Nor can we sell anything to him. But he's only the first one, of course, out of the 3 traders that are coming in. About the raiders, it's a nice force for sure. And this time there will be no barracks, right? So I might need to push my soldiers over, or we're just going to pay them. I have so much gold, and it's coming in at a very good rate right now. Alright, and where's the livestock? Where is my livestock? They can't be hungry. We have 300 grain in stock each. Plus there's lots of... Oh, right. They're at my grazing fields. This might be a problem. I should be fine, really. I mean, we have 80% here. 82. I might push them a bit further over. 83 by the fruit. Get them over there for now. Might be a bit safer. And so they move. I'm going to pay them, because in that case they are in a very dangerous position to me. There's not that much defense in the way, and I think it's a bit safer this time. Also, it's a good way of getting rid of some of the coin that we have. Livestock, 4 of them were born. That is great. With that, all the barns are full, and we also have now 2 birth rate per year per barn. And with that, we can slaughter 2 cows per barn, going to 6 cows that we can slaughter now every year, starting with the next one. So this is another big milestone, because that will really bump it up there. Happiness is fine. Soap is struggling a bit. That's of course because, yeah, the tallow. But I'm expecting some good results now from that. From finally getting more tallow out of my cows now, finally. Alright, there is a destroyed lookout tower. I think it was the raiders. Or that lost battering ram that is still attacking. It didn't hear the call. Okay, 2 of my farmers are actually fighting it, destroying it, ultimately. $60 laborers. That error message should really go away now soon. Especially once we have all the constructions finished. Selling, yes, we can. The price is bad. I usually like to sell surplus, but not at that price. Pottery we can sell a bit more. Second time this year. A bit more for a bit more coin, but really we don't need that much coin anymore. I also don't need to push for stone, as we are full on stone now. After all the construction is over and my mine still works, the rest is not important, so I don't really need to spend anything here. We also still have some 900 clay. Once that goes down to 200, I probably will work on a second clay pit. But until then, really, there's no incentive for me to do this. We rather can use the workforce that we have. 18 in. Let's sell a bit of it. 200 coin. And yeah, let's transfer that right away to my town storage. Fine, no props. And let's get rid of you too as well. We're looking good on the food this time, so we have 5 months still left at the beginning of the new year. That's also a new record. Furniture this down all the time is really a bit strange, because we have a full furniture workshop, and let's be honest, it's a luxury good. That the consumption of that would be so high is, I did not anticipate that. So, probably really will need a second furniture workshop there soon. At least the next glassmaker is ready for action. And of course, let's assign some whopping 6 people. Let's make it 8 people to that right away. And also the firewood splitter is splitting firewood once more. There can already be apples harvested. That's also great. So we got 2 more hours now fully working, producing us the fruits. It's really quick at how fast that was. I think in the original game we had like a full year waiting time, and now it's actually half a year only, and they can already go ahead and get those things in. There's also my artificial forest growing. It's really nice looking. Right, so we get the highest trees in the center and then the younger ones outside. This is how the empty spot in the center gets formed over time, I think. And the same thing also happens over here. So these are the new forests that we have, right? We are getting a bit low on logs now, but that's of course only because my forests were not fully working. Replanting those artificial forests takes time, but I'm confident, yeah, we already harvest now some trees again, that we get this number up. And there's also some decent amount of sand now coming out here as well. And hopefully, yep, my glassware goes up in the process. It's a new year, already sitting at almost 3,000 gold, again 150 growing right now. I'm using this to further use some gold on my festival poles. We can upgrade them here right in the town center. And also, this is the year, should be the year, where we're having some good slaughtering there. So 2 per year we can now go, perfect. And we're full on the barns. That is my big hope here for food variety, of course. Another trader, let's just go ahead. Scales we have lots of, but I don't want to sell below that price. Purchasing was, we also don't really need anything here. We don't have any sick people really. Swords I don't really need, so I mean, always nice to have swords. Not right now though. And there's the festival pole upgraded version coming along. I think I haven't seen it yet. Will be interesting. If there's just one more builder, please, that would do something. No one likes it. No one likes to finish the job, it seems. There it is. Yes, this is definitely more like it. Looks beautiful. More details overall. Right here in the center, further increasing the desirability for this area up to 90% now. And I'm also upgrading this one because there's still people that we can push with another upgrade, right? There's lots of upgrades now, also around the Grand Theater. But for now, I'm waiting. I'm waiting on some materials to come in again. Another trader might help with the job. Medicinal roots. Nah, let's not do this. No sand, unfortunately. No one sells me sand. We're fine on the sand, but we could do better. But that's it, right? I have 70 clothes now also. No problem here. Enough weapons. Hauberks are piling in. That's actually new, right? So that means we have equipped all of them with hauberks. Lots of glass, as we can see. 68 now. So that means also we can preserve more goods than ever, right? So here. And it's also the first year where both of my new arborists are fully working now as well. Getting all the fruits in that we need. That's something. And I think we just had... Yep, the slaughtering begins. We have more cows than we need. There's going to be lots of meat now across the board from my new barns. Getting, yeah, lots of meat in that we need for more food variety on top of that. Alrighty, so far so good. This concludes my Farthest Frontier survival series. We have survived, definitely, right? We can go on now, building a city. It is not ending the series. I'm just probably not going to have daily uploads from now on anymore about it. From time to time, there's going to be a new episode for sure. But other than that, I feel like we can move on to another game at the moment because it's just building the same houses now. And it really takes a long time. Plus, I also noticed click rating has dropped quite a bit. And I think for me that's a good point in just stopping. Even though, of course, as I said, only the daily uploads, I'm still going to push out some updates from time to time. Especially also about the new update that is coming in, adding especially new military ornaments and people and yeah, units and stuff like that. So far so good. I hope you enjoyed this one. Sleepy Hollow is prospering, growing, and definitely will grow in the future as well. And we continue onwards here with new updates then for sure. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.